Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and I've got some bad news. You know how, I don't know if any of you play poker or anything like that, but you know how sometimes one is prone to go on tilt? Well, last night, let's just say I decided to draft a bunch and I went on a little bit of a bender. We had several 1 and 3s, some 3 and 3s, some 4 and 3s, and we went from double digit rank to rank 1086. I might as well be a gold drafter right now. So we have a long road ahead of us. I'm going to slash this, and my goal is by the end of the month, I will go back into the double digits, but it all starts now. Now, before I head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs, whether you need to buy some booster boxes of Tarkir Dragonstorm or some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or even your commander decks. TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you want top of the line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, heavyplay.com is the place to go. They got a ton of great stuff. They're always innovating on their products, so make sure you check them out. I mean, they're just, I feel like every couple of months, they just have something new, something cool that's released. So check them out, heavyplay.com/paulcheon, once again, for 10% off your first order. I don't know what it's going to take. Probably just some luck and some bombs to right this wrong, but let's see what happens. All right, pack one, pick one. Kotis is okay, not great. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon is cool if you have a really good dragon to get, but I think the clear pick here is Sonic Shrieker. This is one of the best uncommons in the entire set. Fantastic, fantastic card. Don't mind this as a top-end card for my Mardu decks. Fine card in your 5-color Dragons decks, although it's kind of hard to pull off in 5-color Dragons. Just you need really good fixing to do so. And then, of course, even in your Jeskai decks, you can certainly splash it, but happy enough to first pick the Shrieker and then see where things go. People love passing me the Turtle. I'm going to make the Turtle work. Let's take it here. The Trawlers is fine. Static Snare is also a fine removal spell, but I think the Turtle is a premium card. So let's take this here and see where this goes. Now we're starting out the draft with, you know, a red, white, black card and a blue card, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Moving on to pack 1, pick 3. This is a pretty underwhelming pack. I'm actually not a huge fan of the Bone Cairn Butcher for the most part. Like in a Mardu, very aggressive tokens deck, it can be okay. But given that I second picked the Storm Shell, that's not necessarily where I want to be. The rest of this pack is pretty mediocre. I don't care too much for a lot of these uncommons. So I actually think I'm going to go ahead and take Bloodfell Caves here, just to make sure that I can start working on my mana fixing here, so that I could cast this Sonic Shrieker. All right, pack 1, pick 4. What do we have? Well, this is actually interesting. So I can do one of two things. I can, let's say, move into some kind of aggressive strategy and take the Shocking Sharpshooter, which is pack 1, pick 4. This card is premium in the highly aggressive decks. It could be a sign that that's where I want to be. Or I could take something like a Riverwalk Technique or a Thornwood Falls for mana fixing. I'm going to speculate, though. This is a really powerful uncommon. I will take the Shocking Sharpshooter, and now we're just kind of trying to figure out where it is we want to be, right? Because we can either choose the direction of doing some kind of 5-colory Dragonsy deck, right? Or we can look to just buckle down and beat people down. And, you know, honestly, I have been doing a lot of the trying to do 5-color things, and oftentimes my opponents just have better bombs than me, and it's just no matter even any perceived edge I have, it just seems to disappear. That is, however, a late Fortress Kingguard, pack 1, pick 5. Einok Wayfarer and Sultai Monument notably is a really strong card. But after taking the Shocking Sharpshooter, why don't we take the Fortress Kingguard here and try our luck at a potential red-white based aggressive deck, splashing black. Now noting that we are seeing some blue cards here as well. So maybe Jeskai is something that we can consider. There is a Dispelling Exhale, an Osseous Exhale, and a Windscarred Crag. You know, honestly, like, I do like the blue counters, but if I do end up in Jeskai, I would like the Windscarred Crag anyways, and I did take a bunch of good red and white cards, so why don't I just continue that trend and just take the Windscarred Crag, noting that if I do end up in a Dragons deck, the Dispelling Exhale could be better. But let's take the Windscarred Crag here and work on our mana base, and yeah, okay, yeah, we are off it now. We are certainly off it now. We have both Wingblade Disciple and Sipsig Appraiser in this pack. Not sure which one of the two I like better. There is a Bearer of Glory as well. But you know what? Let's take the Wingblade Disciple. I feel like in a Jeskai deck, the Disciple might be very, very strong here. And it lets me be a little bit more proactive. I do think Sipsig Appraiser is also quite strong. And I can see the argument for people taking that. But I do really like the Wingblade Disciple. And certainly Jeskai seems to be where we need to be here. I will take the Equilibrium Adept, just a really good value card. I don't mind the Devotee. The Cliffs is also really strong. But I just think the Adept is an excellent card. Just gives you card advantage. And yeah, I mean, this is still totally fine. Now, typically in this type of deck, we'll see where our mana lies. But it looks like maybe we'll more likely be a blue-red base here with a touch of white or black. But we'll see how this goes. So, you know, one of the missed picks was, I think, a Sultai Monument. Probably wouldn't have played that anyways. And then we took a Windscarred Crag over a Dispelling Exhale, which honestly is not too crazy either. Given if we end up in Jeskai, we might have wanted the land as well. So I still think this is an okay spot to be, but we just need to, of course, lock in on the archetype that we want to be. But blue is certainly very, very open, and I absolutely should have blue as one of my primary colors. Okay, Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Interesting. Or Dragonstorm Forecaster. I do have this to get, but in a 4-color deck, this is kind of sketchy. I'm going to take the Forecaster here, and then I will put a higher priority on the Globe and the Boulderborn Dragons. If I get one of each, I'll be pretty happy. Kishla Trawlers, I generally do like more than the Brushmaster, so I will take that as well. So like I said before, blue wide open. Of course, Bone Cairn Butcher also comes around, but I'm not really interested in splashing this. But I guess Lightfoot Technique isn't great either. I'll just take the Rescue Leopard. This card's totally fine. Filler level card. If you need a 3-mana play, you can still play it. It's totally fine. Does look like white doesn't seem to be super open here. So I don't really want to play the Fortress Kin Guard on the splash. Oh, and Riverwalk Technique table. I'm not a big fan of Monastery Messenger, but I do really like the Riverwalk Technique. Interestingly enough, it's the first spell that we picked up for the deck. And I guess I'll play all these cards here on the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is kind of my maybe stack here. The Forecaster is certainly the one that I would like to play the most if possible. But, I mean, I only have the Sonic Shrieker right now. But the Globe would also, of course, help with the mana fixing for the Sonic Shrieker here as well. Certainly need more 2-mana plays here. One of the interactive spells that we passed was a Dispelling Exhale, which would have been a nice addition here. But we'll see. Hey, this thing blocks too. It blocks a lot of stuff early. I do not mind it at all. This doesn't feel like an Underfoot Underdogs deck, but we'll take it here, keep it here just for now. All right, there is the Globe. There is a Fresh Start, which is a really, really solid interactive spell. Runescale Stormbrew is also fine. There's also Quarry Mountain Star. There's a bunch of solid cards here, but given that I have the Sonic Shrieker and I have another Ambling Stormshell that I want to ramp into, and the fact that I have the Dragonstorm Forecaster, I do think picking up the first copy of the Globe is nice. Now, basically with the Forecaster, I just want to make sure I have 2 targets. Like, if you can get one thing out of this card, that provides me enough value that I'm happy with it. So why don't we do this, and then hopefully we can either pick up a second Globe or a Boulderborn Dragon, and I'll be pretty happy with this configuration. Still need more early drops, of course. Fresh Start would have been perfect here, to be honest. I don't know. Should I have taken the Appraiser? I really love the Disciple, though. I've been really impressed with this card. It's just a nice win condition. It has to be dealt with, and it's pretty easy to kind of flurry with this card. So I don't know, but yeah, let me know what you think. I do think it's closer than it might appear, and I can see the argument for the Sipsig. All right, there's a second Globe. There's another Fresh Start. There's a Blue-Red land. There's a Riverwalk Technique, but second Globe now is perfect for the Dragonstorm Forecaster. So now, I just want dragons. Let's pick up some dragons here. I have a Sonic Shrieker already, but we have essentially 3 Dragonstorm Globes in our deck, which means that basically any dragon that we play, we have a very good shot of being able to get a Globe in play, and it would have a +1/+1 counter. So all I want are dragons Okay, I still need a lot. And this is the balance. We're at the phase now where we're looking for dragons, cheap spells to cast, interaction or creatures are both fine, and card draw. Those are all kind of in that bucket of things that I'm looking for. Here we have Mammoth Bellow, which, I mean, with double globe, it's not crazy to want to play, but I don't really need the Mammoth Bellow, and I'm also just like lower on this than most people, I think. It just hasn't been performing all that well. This pack is fairly weak. There's a Saga Wildling, but on the splash, I think it's pretty weak. I think I'm just going to take Dismal Backwater here and just lock into just having even better mana here for the Sonic Shrieker. So right now, I'm just like looking for good mana fixing and good cards that go into my deck. I don't really love Effortless Master. I'm just going to take the Bivouac here. Given that we now have a start with double Dragonstorm Globe, it's okay to start taking a bunch of lands. And then if I ever get an opportunity at a decent dragon, I'm going to take it. Carrot Kick Guardian, for example, would be awesome. War Effort, certainly not awesome. There is a Boulderborn Dragon. Now here, there is a Sandstep Citadel, but we did take a few lands. There's also a Jeskai Devotee, which is certainly a fine 2-mana play. Dragon Sniper is pretty cool with the Dragonstorm Globe, but I want to lock in the Boulderborn Dragon because I have the 2 Globes and the Forecaster. I don't think I need a second Boulderborn, but I think picking up the first one is very important with the Forecaster. But these start stacking up on top of each other. If I somehow pick up another Dragonstorm Forecaster, then yes, I would like another Boulderborn Dragon. Okay, what do we have here? Pretty weak pack. None of these commons I'm too interested in. There is Corroding Dragonstorm. Do I want to play that? Or do I want to just take a Rugged Highlands if I get a green dragon? I'm not a big fan of Corroding Dragonstorm in general. We have 2 dragons right now. Yeah, let's just take the land here. And again, this is more like a speculative pick because now if we just get a random good dragon, we can take it. Here, there is a black-white land, but there is a Songcrafter Mage, and I do have the mana fixing for it, so I think I'm actually just going to take this now. And, you know, the splash green seems fairly free with 2 lands plus 2 Dragonstorm Globes, so that's 4 green sources and the Forecaster. So now if I can pick up some decent spells to cast, I can certainly replay it with the Songcrafter Mage. So that is certainly something that I'm interested in. Here, I think I'm just going to take a dragon here. Corroding Dragonstorm is okay. I don't love any of the other cards. Yeah, let's just take a dragon for the deck. And look, sometimes I can play this on turn 2, right? But then later, I can just play this as another dragon to play with the globes that I have. Here, there is a Tranquil Cove, but I will take another on-color dragon here. And this is great. We are now picking up a bunch of the good dragons. Or a bunch, not good, but dragons in general. 3, 4 dragons now. I do like Riverwalk Technique. So now, if we pick up Dragonstorm cards as well, then all of a sudden those get a lot better too because I can start picking those up. But I do really need to focus on the cheap end of my mana curve. There were a couple of fresh starts that I passed that I'm kind of sad I don't have, but this is kind of where we are. Don't really love Gurmag Nightwatch. I will take the Snakeskin Veil. And now, yeah, like I mean, I don't want to play Ringing Strike, but I want like a card draw spell, possibly. But I certainly also want a bunch of 2-mana plays, and then obviously just really powerful dragons I would also accept. But solid situation here. Ooh, Scalding Tarn? I mean, that's just mana fixing, but it's really... That does look nice, I will say. Okay, but what do I want to take? What do I want to take? Well, plenty of options here. There's Bewildering Blizzard, but that's another expensive card. I can either take Glacial Dragon Hunt or Inevitable Defeat, I think. You know, I'm just all the colors. I'm going for power. Let's take Inevitable Defeat here. A 3rd globe? Like, I'm at the point where I should just keep taking cards. I do need removal, but Dragon's Prey is kind of on the weaker side. Do I take a 3rd globe? Can 1 globe just too hard? Is it possible? I think Forecaster and 2 globe is enough. So I want interaction. So let's take the Dragon's Prey. I do like Focus the Mind as well, and these dragons are fine. The Stormbrood is just okay. But I'm taking this just as a nod to the fact that I am just really lacking interaction. And so I just want to make sure that it's still important to be able to have removal for, you know, whatever random bombs your opponents can play. Here, there is a Temur Monument, which is a pretty good mana fixer. But I'm just going to take Boulderborn Dragon. Lock in, baby. Double Dragon, Forecaster. Things are looking good. Here, there's another Shocking Sharpshooter as a 2-mana play. There is a Frontier Bivouac, and there's also a Focus the Mind. Bivouac is pretty tempting. Am I good on card advantage, though? I don't... Focus the Mind is kind of on the weaker end of card draw spells. Do I need another 2-drop? I'm just going to take the Bivouac. The Bivouac just seems so good. Ooh. Wingblade Disciple. I do like that more than Dragon's Prey. And the Osseous Exhale, I believe. This is just a win condition in its own right. So let's go ahead and take that. And this puts us at 13 creatures. Now I'll take Focus the Mind. Can certainly take Jeskai Devotee, but I think my mana is actually fine. And I'm okay picking this up as my card draw spell of choice. And now we have another Boulderborn Dragon. We have so many just like mediocre big dragons. There's also Opulent Palace, which looks pretty nice. Like, it just gives me all the colors that I need. I don't think I need Bewildering Blizzard. I think the Opulent Palace will just generally be better for my deck. All right, I do like Stormstreak Feral, so I'll go ahead and take that as another dragon. The thing is, I have Focus the Mind and Ambling Stormshell, and the Bivouac just makes it so that, again, I'm just trying to cast my spells. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We do have room for one more card. Wow. Globe? Okay, I'm just going to take the Globe here. I need another card for my deck, and I have so many 5-drops, I just feel like the Globe is really important. We will definitely just get run over here, I will say. But, I mean, maybe this is why I'm losing. This is a Globe deck if I've ever seen a Globe deck. How many dragons do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No Dragonstorms, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dragons? Okay. So 41 cards. I think I'm just playing 7. I'm still going to play 17 lands here. Look. Will the curve look better if I do it like that? Yeah, it'll look a little bit better. And I will say my manas should be awesome. Let's see. I have four green sources for the 1 Songcrafter Mage. I do have some interesting spells to get back. 3 Riverwalk Techniques might be a lot, though. And then, yeah, like everything should just be very easy to cast. 3, 7, 8. 8 blue sources. Can I make it 9? And I want a bunch of red, too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. I mean, there's no reason for me to need to play this much white, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources for 3 white cards. Yeah, that seems fine. So this gives us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red. 9 blue, 8 red. And then, do I need a swamp even? I have 3 black cards. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. I don't think I need this swamp. I have 3 yeah, I can easily cut this swamp. With the 3 globes. And my black cards are all kind of later plays anyways. I think I just want to make sure I have enough red. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So this gives me 9 red and 9 blue, which I think I'm more comfortable with. Just because, like, for what little things I have to do early, I just need to make sure that I have the mana for that. And if I draw red early, I can flush out and try to find all the other top end cards for my deck as well. So I think this is what I want to do. 15 creatures. I can probably cut a card. It might just be the Riling Dawnbreaker, just because I can't fetch for it. So it's a little bit smaller. I know it's a dragon, but I like all my other creatures. So it's like, what is this? 15 creatures. And I kind of like the whatever limited interaction that I have. So it could be this. Just because it's not reliable as a way to make a 2/2 token early. In which case, I'm just looking at another random 5-mana flyer. And I have a lot of 5-drops already. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut that, I think. All right. All right, well, you know what? This was a weird draft. Let's see how this goes. I'm not entirely sure. I can easily get run over with this one, but we'll see. All right, now before round one starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all your support as it allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to up your limited game. Okay, so if I draw land number 3, if I draw a red source, it's obviously very good, but any land here would be nice. Ooh, red source, perfect. I guess this is the type of deck where I probably would have rather had the Trawler than the Disciple, but... Or I'd rather have one of each than what I ended up with. The thing is, I don't really care if this dies. Like, if you want to kill it, go kill it. Essence Anchor. Okay, they're setting up for something. Let's play the Adept, and hopefully we don't hit a 5-mana card. Okay, ooh, perfect. We hit an Opulent Palace. So our mana is rock solid. We have a decent board here. Let's see what they play. Okay, we got nothing from us, so we're just going to attack. And I'm going to just keep up Riverwalk technique here. No reason to play the Sharpshooter. Fanekeeper's from... Why? They didn't want to play that out? Okay. For an Orb Dragon deck, I'm lacking Orbs and Dragons. Maybe I wanted that Bewildering Blizzard. Wow, they binned everything. Including the Botanist. Disruptive Stormbrood. Let's counter that. All right. What do I want here? A globe? An orb? An orb would let me double spell to turn on the Disciple. Oh, okay, Piercing Exhale, sure. Alright, well, it's dead. Okay, they're getting aggressive here, and I guess I just play the Trawlers now, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's play the Sharpshooter first. Let's exile that. Bring the Riverwalk technique back into hand. Smack our opponent for 4. And then we have a couple of techniques, and now we're just looking for big things. We have a Storm Shell, Focus the Mind. You know, obviously, just like some dragon... Even the Dragon Caller Forecaster would not be terrible here, to be honest. Like, that thing will draw me like 5 cards. Earth Carver, okay. Alright, well, we are completely whiffing here. Maybe I needed another card draw spell. The thing is, like, I have had the issue in the past where I end up with too many card draw spells, and it's really hurt me. So... like that delicate balance of too much card draw or too little card draw, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm kind of on the too little card draw. Yeah. Well, there is a globe. I mean, it's kind of all I have. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the Bewildering Blizzard. I think I took a Tri-land over it. Sarkhan's Resolve, okay. Sure. The thing is, they have this thing that, like, scries every turn, so it's really, like, they're gonna constantly draw action. I mean, the thing is, I even have 2 of the dragons that, like, rummages and draws me 2 cards, so I feel like my deck should have enough ways to get card flow going, but, like, you need to get one of those because they kind of chain each other. And right now, it's just the only value that we've been able to get is off of this Equilibrium Adept. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. Well, hopefully, like, the thing is, there is a pretty good shot to have a removal spell for this. I actually just realized something. I messed up here. I should not have played out the Sharpshooter. I should have kept up Riverwalk Technique. I am very, very lucky here that they did not have a way to kill my Storm Shell. I think, like, I try to squeeze in an extra point of damage, but it feels like it's probably more important to save this and draw cards, because that's how I kind of get back into this game. And I could have even countered this Rakshasa's Bargain. But now I know that they probably can't kill the Storm Shell, but still, I think that was probably a misstep there. Just like the value player in me wanted to get every point of damage in, but not being able to cast the Riverwalk Technique is obviously bad. Boulder-born Dragon, okay. Let's attack. Wow, what a draw. This is quite the block. Okay. With the Riverwalk Technique, this is going to be a pretty big blowout. Wow! I cannot believe I won that game. Just one turtle at a time. One turtle at a time. It's weird. It's like, I feel like we have this interesting deck where our mana is excellent, but maybe I could have... You know, I kept taking the discipline pick of taking the mana fixing, but I think there might have been a couple of instances where I probably should have just taken another action spell. But we'll see how this goes. All right. Well, our hand has good mana. Uh-oh. On the draw here, we are probably dead. So red, black, blue, white. We have all of that available on turn 2. Yep, I mean, this... Well, you know, this is... Certainly a draw that this deck is capable of getting. Look at you! Okay, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I think the Sharpshooter is a more important card to kill there. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? Like, what is this start? Like, what is this draw? On the play, Devotee, Shock Brigade, Sharpshooter into Tursa Lightbringer. Okay. All right, let us... I mean, we... Okay. You know, this is part of the whole tilt thing. This is why... this is, like... This encapsulates what happened yesterday, last night. While I was sitting there watching Nuggets Clippers, this is just... completely encapsulates what happened. It's just like, no matter what, if I draft like a really aggressive deck, I just still like stumbled or got run over. If I drafted like a decent control deck, like stuff like that would happen. I mean, great deck opponent. That's a trophy deck right there. I mean, I had turn 3 removal spell, turn 4 kill your thing, drain you for 3, and it wasn't close. I'll keep this. Turn 2 Stormshriek Feral. Hopefully that can find us land number 3, because then we can play Dragon's Prey and play into our late game. What am I discard? Probably Riverwalk Technique. A Dragon Sniper? Okay. Huh. I guess I'll just wait now. Okay, never mind. Okay. I wanted to keep this up as a potential card that I can use to counter their 2-mana spell, but given that they didn't, I think this is also fine. Don't have a white source for the defeat. But we have Dragon's Prey. Ooh, okay. They probably have some kind of removal spell here. I'll just play the Adept here. Oh, that's a really good hit. Dragonstorm Forecaster. Okay, just the naturals. Good, good. No land, which is a little bit sad. Alright, I'm gonna kill something. That's the 4-2. It just hits really hard. Boom. Land next turn would be pretty nice. I don't know if they want to kill my Forecaster. If they, like, I don't know. They might just let it live. Sagu Wildling. Okay, don't care about that too much. There is the land, but sadly it's not the one that... It doesn't even tap for the white mana. I probably want to use this to get the orb. So I will just pass, I guess. I'm going to just trade with the sniper, honestly. I think that's totally fine. Gives me a creature in my graveyard to turn on Kishla Trawlers as well. They really like attacking with the sniper. I got my value off the Adept anyways. We're playing for the long game here. Another Sagu Wildling, okay. Let's get a globe. And we drew the land. Okay, so we're at 15. They have 2 cards. I guess I'll play this and hope for the best. Baitor? Okay, if they have Baitor plus removal spell, I'm calling shenanigans. Okay. Okay. Let's kill that thing now. And do I get the trawlers going? Or do I just keep using the forecaster? Nah, I'm going to get trawlers going. Let's get inevitable defeat back, and we'll pass. All right, well, I feel like we have the late game covered here with this hand, right? Like, even if they kill the Stormbrood now, we have a Sonic Shrieker, we have Boulderborn Dragons, we got Forecaster going. I mean, this is kind of what I envisioned in my head when I drafted this deck. We've had some pretty weird draws so far. Okay. Oh, sure, yeah. All right. Just infinite good options here. All right, discard a card. And then we're just going to keep getting things with the Forecaster. We have 2 more dragons in hand. I want to keep getting orbs, though. But let's see what they... They might just kill my Sonic Shrieker, right? Wait. Don't they know that I have inevitable defeat? That is not great. Okay, well, this... Yeah, none of this matters. Okay, yeah, they are super behind now. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep getting orbs. Or globes. I keep calling them orbs, but globes. Three, 4, 5, 6. Do I want to attack with this? So hold on, I gotta stop during their drop step. Okay. Boom! Oh, and we got the Breaching Dragonstorm! Yes! Yes! The draw step activation. There you go. All right. Forecaster for the win. You don't kill the Forecaster, you are in some serious trouble. And all they had were just a bunch of Sago Wildlings. Okay. I mean, to be fair, our opponent didn't put up too much of a fight. But let's keep this going. 2-1. All right, opponent on the play here. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. The Stormshriek Feral means anything is possible. You know what's really weird? I haven't had any globes in my opener. I have 3 of them in my deck. Probably pitch an island here. Okay. You know, a slow Abzan deck is exactly what I want to see. Still no globe. Drew 2 more lands after pitching a land. Not ideal. Sinkhole Surveyor, also not ideal. Yikers. This is interesting because if I draw my, like... Oh, I don't have a swamp, huh? I don't think I'm playing a swamp. If I'm not playing a swamp, I should just play Bivouac. Because I have no shot of actually casting the defeat. Man. Stormshriek Feral, you betrayed me. I was hoping for the goods. You did not provide me the goods. Sultai Devotee, okay. Let's play the Adept here and hope it finds us something. Another Bivouac. Okay. If they kill this, they kill this. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. We just have not found anything great. Severance Priest. Okay. I mean, they're probably going to take the inevitable defeat. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. I will block the Devotee. Like I'm just trying to take I'm trying to take minimum damage here. Okay. I mean, that's a thing. I don't need the Bivouac. Let's play Disciple. And discard Island, I guess. Okay. I can double block the Priest. Although it's pretty bad if they have like any instant speed removal spell. Sipsig Appraiser. Okay, what is your... Splashing the Severance Priest? I don't know. I mean, at this point, I shouldn't question any mana thing. But like, this card's kind of mediocre on the splash. Like, if I ever find some way to deal with this, like, I get a 4/4. Take the damage here for now. This is going to be a big turn for me to try to stabilize. I don't have any 1-mana plays, so let's just go Globe into Focus the Mind. Then play the tap land, probably. Oh, they had a counterspell? Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I really needed that to resolve. Okay. So now we're just on all mana sources. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 7 lands, a bunch of globes left in our deck as well. While they have something to get back even. Ugh. Why would you tap that? Okay. If you tap down the Wingblade Disciple, you can attack with the Severance Priest. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to hold the globe so I can try to flurry. But I'm at 12 and... Yeah, I mean, this deck is obviously capable of flooding out. I wonder if 16 lands is proper with 3 globes and 2 Stormshriek Ferals. That might actually be the case. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more that seems correct. I gotta see... I have to see if I even have a good sideboard card, though. I don't actually know what I have as options. Wow, they discarded Kintree... Okay. Okay, we are super dead. All right. So lost to the Nuts Martyr deck. This one we got extremely flooded. They did play some pretty solid cards, but we just didn't have enough action. Do I even have a card I want to play? I can play the Dawnbreaker. Or the Rescue Leopard. I'm going to play the Rescue Leopard. It's just another thing I can play kind of early. And go about it that way. Do I need the plains? 1 white source, 4 white sources. I think we can probably shave 1 red. So 9 blue, 8 red. Still seems pretty good. All right. Hatching plans. We're playing against Greg Hatch? I didn't realize he was still playing Magic. Nobody ever quits Magic, let's be real. Alright. He likes to go very deep. There's one thing Greg Hatch likes to do. It's to go extremely deep. Okay, would be. I do have 9 okay, I have 9 blue sources and 3 orbs. Come on. There it is. You just have to will it into existence. Alright. Now, another land here would be great. If I, what's funny is if I don't draw a land, I actually can't play anything. I told you he likes going deep! Look at this! Aggressive negotiations into formation breaker? What? To be fair, I do think negotiations is a pretty good card in this format. Much better than you would expect. What did they take? Sonic Shrieker? I mean, I can't even kill this. Sure. Wow. That was a good find. Boom. Island off the top. Are they just dead to my Storm Shell? Yeah, I feel like the Storm Shell was the pick. Oh, Tomb Guard? Okay. Look at all those tap. We just drew 3 tap lands. That's not ideal. So I can't Songcraft or Mage anything this turn. I can Riverwalk Technique next turn. So let's just play a dragon. And I don't need more black. So I think I want Bivouac. Yeah, let's go Bivouac. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. Now, if they kill my dragon here, it is pretty annoying because they get to draw a card too. I'm definitely just blocking the breaker because I don't want them to draw cards. And I feel like I have the late game covered here, right? So if they have a Caustic Exile, they have a Caustic Exile. That's fine. Man, I just drew 4 tap lands in a row. Okay. Okay. Blue, red, green. He did know about the Songcrafter Mage, so it's not. 2 green cards available. Huh. You know what's actually kind of insane is if they have a way to kill my Songcrafter Mage in response, I'm just like in big, big trouble. But maybe that's just like the risk I have to take here. I can also just cast Focus the Mind. I mean, we'll see what they do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm behind here on board. So I know they can kill this in response. They didn't, which is huge. Now, if they have Snakeskin Veil here, obviously that's bad. But okay, sure. At least they're not drawing like a million cards. They're drawing the 1 extra card. But yeah, this glut is not ideal. Okay, I mean, they just have like a classic beatdown hand here. Let's go Wingblade Disciple into Focus the Mind. No removal spell in sight. Okay. We're at 9. We have 5 lands left in our deck. Okay. Granted, I mean, that was not like a terrible turn or anything, but man, it's just kind of unfortunate. Oh, this thing has trample? Jesus. So I like blocking there. Do I like blocking there? Blocking this. Hold on. Oh, I can't even block this at all. I mean, they have to have something here is the issue. Like, if they kill the... I mean, would they have killed something in response? Alright, fine. I guess they would have just killed something before they attack me. That Snakeskin Veil was very good. Oh, they get to go super wide here. Okay, I'm glad I didn't block with the Disciple, though. Okay. I have access to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I need to get this out of the way. And I think I just want to get it back. So let's put this on top. Am I dead, though? I think I might just be dead. Okay. Sure. Man, that was like the worst Ambling Stormshell ever. Oh, man. The tilt continues. What can I do? The problem here is the Tomb Guard has Menace. Okay. Oh my gosh, to hit Synchronized Charge? Are you kidding me? Not that it mattered, but man. Alright. Alright. Wow. Yep. Alright. Well, you know what? This was going to be a draft where I turned things around, but sadly, it went the other way. Sadly, it went the other way. Now, you know, in any progression of any drafter or whatever, you have your ups and you have your downs, right? You have your ups where you feel like no matter what you do, you can't do any wrong. And then you have your downs where you feel like no matter what you do, everything seems to not go the way that you want. And that's what it feels like. That feels like the case here for me now. Now, plenty of issues with this deck. Nothing to do early, right? Like just not enough stuff to do early, just very, very little interaction. And so I should have just made the necessary adjustments here. I took globes over removal spells, like fresh starts would have been good as well. So I really need to like look back and see how I need to change my approach to the format. Like, do I take the removal spells over the globe when I have the forecaster? It's kind of tricky, right? There was the second globe. Like, obviously the forecaster is insane if I get it in play. And I was leaning towards trying to be aggressive, and then we had to pivot out of it. Like, I took the Fortress Kinguard, right? But ultimately, we ended up with an okay deck, but it was just kind of lacking early interaction and just early plays in general. And we ended up just kind of getting run over by that opponent. And then at the same time, we took so much mana fixing. Like, we never got mana screwed, really. Outside of maybe not being able to play this. But the Mardu deck and the Golgari deck just had really good curves and beat me down. And then against the Abzan deck, they just, like, I just didn't draw enough action. So, like, somehow I drafted a deck that didn't have enough action, but at the same time, like, I just spent too many picks on mana fixing and didn't get enough to round out my deck. I was just, like, a couple of cards short. Like, imagine imagine I just have 2 mana, like 3 more 2-drops and 1 card draw spell, and I have less lands. I think my mana would have still been great. And given the fact that I picked up all those globes, I probably just didn't need to take these lands, and I should have just leaned on the globes for my mana fixing. And I think that would have gone a long way to helping me do a little bit better. So in this instance, you know, sometimes you get too greedy. Sometimes you get too greedy and you end up just like not being able to cast your spells, and that's a problem. The opposite was the issue here. I took too many lands. I wasn't greedy enough. I needed to make sure that I just took more cards over lands. And I just took too many lands, and that is simply one of the main reasons why I lost this draft. So I'm going to go back on that. And again, it's that delicate balance. What do you do? Do you take the land or do you take the spell? And in this one, we pushed it a little too far, and we took far too many lands. Am I frustrated? Absolutely. Will I turn things around? I sure hope so. But you know what? I'm going to post this up for the YouTubes just so all of you know that even myself, who drafts all the time, regularly finishes in the top, 20, 25 every month. This has been a bad run, right? Just a couple of bad runs in a row, and all of a sudden you're in the thousands. So I will make it a personal goal of mine to close out. We have about 8 days left, 9 days left, something like that. I will make it a personal goal of mine to continue drafting as much as I can to increase my win rate and also prove to myself that I still have what it takes to figure out this format. But this draft went okay, other than the fact that I just took those. Like, I should have just taken, maybe I should have just ignored the forecaster, right? Just like not focus so hard on the forecaster. Like, if it doesn't come together, it doesn't come together, and still just prioritize the cheap interaction. That was my downfall in this draft, and hopefully we can learn for future draft videos. But there it is. Here you go. No cherry picking. 2 and 3, we move on. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content, or you just like my content in general, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, we'll move on from there. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want booster boxes or some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to provide you a better video tomorrow.